I was a little girl, my brothers and I would get in trouble, and the punishments would be my brothers would have to do push-ups while I got a 5-minute lecture from my dad. The two reasons that I'm interested in my topic are because I have two older brothers, and as we were growing up, I saw how the gender roles were developed depending upon our gender. Another reason that I'm interested in this topic is when most people talk about the effects of gender roles, they talk about the effects on girls and women when there are also effects on adolescent boys as well. This semester, I will investigate how gender roles impact the development of adolescent boys physically and emotionally within their childhood. Today, I will describe the key factors that surround the gendering of boys within their childhood, the research that will assist, and how it fits within the realm of social justice. To begin, I will discuss the key issues of how gender roles affect boys physically and emotionally. Boys within the U.S. are socialized through hypermasculine traits of being tough and being strong. These statements cause continuous force for boys to hide their feelings and to be emotionally suppressed, which leads to depression and arrested emotional development, which ultimately leads to suicide. Physically, boys in the U.S. are socialized to believe that they must be stronger than girls and other boys. They are also not given the option to express themselves through dance, gymnastics, and cheerleading, without forms of judgment. Most boys are forced to play basketball, football, baseball, and other manly sports. The effects of boys hiding their emotions cause emotional silence, and the physical force of manly sports causes violence. Next, I'm going to talk about the research that is going to assist within the exploration of the emotional and physical effects of gender roles. The gender schema theory explains how gender roles are maintained and carried throughout generations. They also contribute to how gender stereotypes and sex typing contributes to the effects of gender roles on boys, which helps to recognize the positive social change that can be done within society. Another theory is gender socialization. This helps to learn the characteristics associated with each gender. It also helps to understand the attitudes and expectations that society holds for each gender, which restricts children from expressing themselves and becoming who they want to be. Finally, I'm going to discuss how the gendering of adolescent boys fits within the realm of social justice. Men are the dominant group, but boys are suppressed and being limited from expressing themselves physically and emotionally, being pressured to be strong and tough from microaggressions and stereotypes, which leads them to not be able to express, which leads to emotional silence and violence on others, including women and other girls. This issue affects everyone. We are all products of this socialization. When boys are emotionally affected, they also cause the harm on girls and women physically when they conform to violence because they have no other way to express themselves. This is inequitable on boys by restricting them from having equal opportunities to grow into the person that they would like to be without being limited from expressing themselves emotionally and physically. In closing, my area of focus is the effects of gender roles on the overall well-being of adolescent boys. Rather than forcing boys to do push-up while girls get the verbal punishment, parents should enforce gender equality by treating boys in the same way that girls are treated.